Hi guys, welcome to the Old Guy Rules. I'm Eddie Hastings, and if it's your first time, subscribe, like us, set your notifications and share us with your friends. Now, as many of you will know, once upon a time my wife and I had a restaurant, and I have to tell you, we lied. We lied tremendously. People used to come in purely and simply to sample the Bailey's cheesecake, and we used to tell them that there was a secret ingredient and we couldn't give them the recipe. But that couldn't be further from the truth. We're going to show you exactly what was in a Bailey's cheesecake. So get your pots and pans out, your spoons and your knives and your forks and all your cooking utensils, and you can make Bailey's cheesecake a la our restaurant for yourself. So welcome to the kitchen. This is my wife Hollie.
Hello.
And Hollie is the exact person who used to make the Bailey's cheesecakes in the nursery. So she's going to walk you through the process.
I am, yes, and very easy it is. So we have our ingredients. We're only going to make 3 because basically there's only 3 of us that live here. So if I make too many more, then we will eat them and the scales will not be very happy when we weigh ourselves tomorrow. So here are your ingredients, very important, one of the Baileys. Icing sugar, which you can get from most supermarkets here, mascarpone cheese, butter, and some digestive biscuits. Okay, so those are your ingredients. You're going to need a small bag or a blender, which we don't have. So we are going to smash the biscuits in the bag, and we will time lapse this because it will take a while, so here we go. Right, so they are smashed to within an inch of their life. There they are. So, the next thing we need to do is melt some butter, and this is the only bit of cooking that is actually involved in making these. There is absolutely no baking involved. So, and the secret is to not use too much butter, otherwise you end up with very hard bases that you can't get your spoon into. So we're just going to melt a bit of butter. We've got, there we are, that much in the pan. So we'll start with that. We can always add to it. We'll melt this down. I think I'm just going to put just a little bit more in actually. So this doesn't take long. We're melting the butter. I've just got usual salted regular butter, which can be bought in most places. I prefer salted to unsalted. We're going to melt this, then we're going to throw in our biscuit crumbs, mix it all together, and that will be our biscuit base, and then we will make our mix, our cheesecake mix to go on top. Now obviously in the nursery I used to make it in bulk, so I'm kind of winging it today because obviously we're only making 3. So my butter is almost melted. There it is. Turn that off for a moment. So we've got the pan, we'll put it on the wooden board, and we're going to put in our biscuits. Start with half the bag, we can always add to it. Oh, yeah, let's mix it great. So basically you're just coating them with butter, and it just helps it stick together, helps it to set.
But you don't want it to set too hard, do you?
No, you don't want it to set too hard. That's when you can't cut into it.
Ideally, you need to be able to take the cheesecake and part of the biscuit base in one spoonful.
You do. You certainly do. I think we're about there with our biscuit base now. So as it happened, half a packet was slightly too much. I probably should have used just a third. Okay. So we're now going to make our biscuit base. That's a fine, good consistency there. Yep. And you don't want them too thick, otherwise it makes your cheesecake a bit dry.
Now you can use just about anything to make these. Hollie's using glasses, and because they've not got to go in the oven or anything, it's quite safe to do so, isn't it, Hol?
It is quite safe to do so, and because I'm only making a small quantity as well, you can make a big one in a big cheesecake dish. It would be equally as easy.
So what you're concentrating on is individual serves.
Yeah. So now I've got a funny shaped spoon, which we're just going to use to flatten out the biscuit base. Like so. And then what we need to do once we've done this, they'll go into the fridge where they will set for about half an hour. And you can freeze them as well. They freeze very well. So these will go in the fridge for half an hour. And there you have, or if you can just see, biscuit base. Okay, in the fridge they go. Right, so they're in the fridge, setting away. So we're going to do the cheesecake mix now, and this is so easy, so easy. All you need is your mascarpone cheese. So we've opened that, and it's all trial and error with this. Obviously some people like it sweeter than others. We don't like to make it too sweet because the biscuit base is very sweet. So we've got our mascarpone cheese, we've put the whole lot in. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of icing sugar. Quite a good tablespoon. And we're going to put in a shot glass of Bailey's. Maybe not quite a shot glass. It's amazing that you really don't need that much. Start with that much. We can always add to it. Obviously we can't take it away. So we're going to put that in, and we're going to mix it all together. And this will be our cheesecake topping. We'll whisk away. To it from here, so if you don't think it's sweet enough, or if you don't think it's alcoholic enough, but you don't want to make the mixture too loose because then it won't set. Keep whisking until it's all mixed in and you've got a nice smooth mix. really only one way to find out if you've got the mix right, and that is to taste it. So I think like a teaspoon just disappeared. For me personally, I think it needs a little bit more Baileys. I love Baileys. So let's mix that in. After all, if you're making Baileys cheesecake, you've got to be able to taste Baileys. That is the whole point of the exercise. Right, so I'm going to try that now. I'm going to quickly just wash the spoon. Perfect. Now, if you find that your mix is going a bit loose, you can always add some extra mascarpone cheese, or if you haven't got any more mascarpone cheese, just use Philadelphia or the supermarket's own brand of Philadelphia, and that will be absolutely fine. So there it is, there's the paste. And when the cheesecake bases have set, we will put on the topping. So here we are, they've set in the fridge for about half an hour or so. And this is how we used to serve them at the nursery. So we have some little chocolate balls. They do have a brand name. And they're very nice. So we've got 3 in there. So basically that's what we did. There's 3 little Maltesers. And then we just used to splash, just a splash of Baileys over the top. Like that. Then we would put them on a small plate. And that is how they would be served. Perfect Baileys cheesecake, homemade. So here they are. Homemade Baileys cheesecake, and there's only one proof, isn't there? Where's the proof?
Proof of the pudding is in the eating. So
Yeah.
there you go, the secret's out. That's how we used to make Baileys cheesecakes at the nursery. So you guys can go out and get all the ingredients and try it yourself now. So we better prove
We
this.
better try them, hadn't we?
Yeah. Oh, you're going first.
I am going first.
Oh, right.
Yes.
There you go. Oh, I have to try as well. I can understand why people used to come back to the restaurant just for the Baileys cheesecake.
Absolutely divine.
So there you go, guys. If you do make Baileys cheesecake, send us a photo. You can find us on the Old Guy Rules on Facebook. Making Baileys cheesecake, send us a photo. Sadly, we won't be able to taste it, but following this recipe, you can't go far wrong.
Can't go wrong.